This video is going to be about while loops. So, in the last video we made this bit of code here where we use selection statements to tell somebody a message depending on what score they got in a test. So, you might have found when you were testing that it got a little bit painful because you had to do one test for the first condition, so you had to put in a number like 70, and then the code runs and it exits the program. Then you had to put in another number, which means starting your program all over again, and you had to keep constantly restarting your program and switching between your two windows, which can be a bit of a pain. So, there is a way to make this better if you use something called a while loop. So the way this works, it works a little bit like an if. So first we need the actual name of it, which is while, and then it needs a condition. So like for the if, we have the condition score is equal to or greater than 60. Now for the while, in this case, we want it to just keep running forever, so it'll keep asking people what score they got in the test. So we could say something like while 1 equals 1, because 1 will always equal 1 unless somebody goes and breaks maths. But to make it a little bit shorter, you can just put while 1 or while true, but I recommend 1 because I'm lazy. Now, after that, because it works like an if, you need your colon again, and then that lets it know that everything afterwards is part of the while, provided it's indented, just like you had to do with the if. So, we could go through, because we want this entire block of code here to be inside the while loop, we could go through and hit tab in front of everything to indent everything, one at a time. Or, again, because I'm lazy, I found a sneakier way of doing it. You can select the entire bit that you want to indent, press tab once, and it indents everything for you and keeps everything as it should be. So now, we have a while loop, and as long as 1 equals 1 and nobody breaks maths, it will start here, it'll run straight through the code, and when it gets to the end, it'll jump straight back to here again. So let's see that in action. So if we press run module, let it save. So in this screen here you can see it's asking the question again, what score did you get in the test? Let's put 73. Congratulations, you passed. What score did you get in the test? 44. Sorry, you failed. What score did you get in the test? 56. Sorry you didn't pass, but you were really close, and so on. It will literally just run forever and ever and ever in a massive loop. Now, other things that you could do, you could for example make a password checker. So this is a bit of code I've written earlier. So if you have a look at this, you can see password. It initially sets the variable password to be equal to nothing, and then it checks with this while. So it says while the password, and this bit here means not equal to. So while the variable password is not equal to secret, it will run everything in this loop infinitely until the password is equal to secret. So it'll ask the user, please enter your password. It'll save that as password. If they've saved the password, if they have entered the password secret, it's going to, this if here will go true, which means it's going to print thank you, you've entered the correct password. If they enter anything else, it's going to print sorry, the value I've entered is incorrect, try again. Now, because of how the while is there, if they've entered the password secret, this will now be false because the password does not equal secret is false, and the program will exit. If, however, they've entered anything else, it's going to check this loop again, and then it's going to say, yeah, the password isn't equal to secret, so let's run this again and ask them for the password again, and it'll just keep going round and round in circles until they put secret in. Now, that might not be the best way to do a password because you don't want people to be able to try over and over and over until they guess it, and so for that you can use something called a for loop, which we're going to cover in the next video. In the meantime, you should try adding a while loop to your code and see if you can make it work how it's supposed to work, and then try messing about with it a bit. You could maybe change where it says while password is not equal to secret, try using some numbers or things like that. See what you can make for me.